look out at the world. Can everybody help me say hello to everybody out there on Facebook Live? Hello, Facebook Live. Welcome to today's Daily Antidote of Song as we approach our 1000th day of being on New Year's Eve. We are here every day singing one song, sometimes two songs, every day at noon Eastern, and the program is free. Please join us any day that you are available. We're here every single day, holidays and every other day, and we're glad you've decided to join us today. Hello to everybody here in the room. Let's all wave at each other. Hello, everybody. So good to see you all. I'm so glad that you're here. So I'm Jo Rossi. I am with Carpe Diem Arts, the sponsor of this program, and I'm going to say hello to all of you, including our fabulous Jaden, who is on the tech today, but also on the hosting today. And in fact, I want to make a quick, very brief, amazing announcement on December 1 that Jaden is officially our new Daily Antidote of Song assistant. Can we please all give it up for Jaden? We are so excited. She's completely amazing in the hosting and in the teching and in the assisting. And Jaden, we're really glad to have you on board. So sort of to commemorate today, we're going to split the hosting. I'm saying hi to all of you, and then I'm going to turn it over to Jaden. I want to say hi to Cathy Fink and Marcy Marxer coming in from Maryland. Glad you guys are here today to sing with us, and we will get back to you in a moment. And hi to Ann in Knoxville. Great to see you today. Hello to Trish in Victoria. Nice to see you. Kevin in DC with the Golden Flute. Hello. Good to have you. Hi, Shari in New Hampshire. Nice to see you. Annette in California. Hello. Good morning. And Bonnie in Boise, Idaho. Hello. Jim in New York City. Nice to see you. Carolyn in DC. Great to have you. Hi, Susan in Ohio. Nice to have you. Hello, Martha in Oregon. Good to see you today. Sarah in Texas. Hello. Nice to see your smile. Hello, Ruth in Birmingham, UK. Glad to have you. And Sheila in Florida. Hello. I see that you are in front of a house today. That's a good background. Hello to Gary in Western Mass, bringing all sorts of solutions to us. Hey, there's Alan Perper, Carpe Diem Arts Board of Directors. Thank you so much, Alan, for being here today. We're glad to see you. Simke in Maryland, hello, nice to have you with us today. Aloysius in Massachusetts, hello. Busy Graham, Executive Director of Carpe Diem Arts. Everybody please do the do. Yeah, there you go. Yay, Busy Graham, thank you for everything that you do. Deborah in Kentucky, hello, nice to see you today. Luda in Victoria, BC, reminding us to all send love to each other. Arlene in Berkeley, California, glad to see you. Dally in Maryland. Carolyn in Boise reminding me, thank you very much, Carolyn, because there's the big announcement. Today is day 970. Thank you to Carolyn and maybe Christiana and Bob on another square, always doing my reminding and everyone's reminding. Anne in Maryland, hello, nice to see you today. And Nancy's Irish Cow in Washington State, hello. Hello, Kay and Z, nice to see you today. And I'm not sure if we've formally met, so I would like to say hello. And maybe NZ means New Zealand, I'm not sure. And no, it does not. Okay. And we would love to hear where you're coming from and how you found us. Dory and Ollie back in from Rhode Island. We're glad you're joining us again. I think you're like on day number 4, and we're glad you have found us and are coming in with us. Kate in Charlottesville, Virginia. Hello. Kate is now in her own square. How's your heating? Got heat yet? Yeah, my heat. Okay, mine is almost done. Storm, hello, nice to see you. Glad you're here, coming in from Massachusetts. Kathleen in Albuquerque, nice to see your smile. Hello, Natalia in Cambridge, on your bike, please be careful. And Cricket in Maryland, hello, nice to see you. One curly top with no Dawn today. Hi, Willard. Nice to see you today. Glad to have your, at least the top half of your head in our room. Hello to Fred in Silver Spring, Maryland. Hello to Nancy Schimmel. Great to have you today. Glad you're back with us again. Hello, Amos. Live and in person. How nice to see you. It's Amos without his picture off, so everybody has to wave to Amos. That's exciting. Rosalie, hello. Nice to see you, coming in from Michigan. And let's see who else we have. Field, Sandy in Western North Carolina, Jenny in Suffolk, D-Beck in Colorado. Nice to have you with us today. Loriana and Kachina and Courtney coming in from Vermont, Ralph and Penny in Victoria, Lynn in Connecticut, Jane in Maryland, Karen in Oregon, and Amanda and Miles just popped in from Michigan. Everybody, let's take one big deep breath. Whew. Thank you very much. So before I turn it over to Jaden, I want to say just quickly that it is December 1st. It is the month of giving, and we're going to be making some big announcements about giving. We've got some folks who are pulling together to do a matching fund to match donations, new donations and donations over what you've donated before. We'll be more specific about that in the future, but any donations that come in starting today are going to be matched. So let's give it up for our donors, and we'll be more specific, as I said, in the next couple of days. All right, Jaden Brick, brand new, Carpe Diem Arts, Daily Antidote of Song, assistant to the director, whoever that is. Everybody give it up. Woo!
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, everybody. It's been so nice to be welcomed so warmly into this community, and I'm so excited to, be in a more official role with Daily Antidote, and I'll still be doing pretty much the same stuff. Yeah, welcome again to day 970. So glad to be here with everybody today. Sorry, Carolyn in the chat just said Jaden is a brick. That's so funny, because that's my last name. We have two really amazing artists with us today, Cathy Fink and Marcy Marxer. They are incredible master musicians, Whammy and Grammy award-winning musicians, and they've been doing work for a long time. And just a personal thing, I used to listen to your music when I was little, so it's really exciting for me to be speaking with you today. So yeah, warm welcome to you both. How are you doing today?
We're great.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Thanks so much. And what song are you going to be singing with us today?
We're going to sing a song called Names, which I wrote in honor of the AIDS Memorial Quilt early in its life. So late 1980s is when I wrote this song. And you'll hear that there's a fourth verse that isn't original to the song, and I'm going to give just a little story behind that, because the first three verses are original to the AIDS Memorial Quilt. And the COVID pandemic made us sort of back in pandemic mode in a slightly different way, and it felt really appropriate to add a fourth verse specific to the COVID pandemic. Today is World AIDS Day, and of course it's a really important day to be remembering what we've been through and who we've lost. And in light of that, the whole quilt project is about really remembering the hearts and souls of those individuals. Patchwork of thousands of precious names. There must be someone that you know, woven together in a quilted frame. Names the loved ones won't let go. And I know that my name could be there, and I feel pain and fear. And as human love and passions do not make us all the same, we are counted not as numbers but as names. Someday, but until that time I will carry the flame. As the numbers grow, will not forget their names. And I know that my name, and I know that my name could be there, and I feel the pain and the fear. And as human love and passions do not make us all the same, we are counted not as numbers but as names. Lover, a carpenter, a father, a friend, sister, minister, a mom. Each quilted piece holds memory. Each memory helps us to go on. And I know that my name could be there, and I feel the pain and the fear. And as human love and passion do not make us all the same. We are counted not as numbers, but as names. 30 years later, and we suffer again. We know it didn't need to be. Empty chairs of our family and friends. The future's up to you and me. And I know that my name could be there, and I feel the pain and the fear. And as human love and passions do not make us all the same, we are counted not as numbers, but as names. And as human love and passions do not make us all the same, we are counted not as numbers, but as names. Great to see everybody singing along.
Thank you so much, Cathy and Marcy. It's a really beautiful song, and I think a really important, it's really important to remember all the people that we've lost. And so thank you for bringing that into this space. Would you mind speaking a little bit more about how and when you wrote the song, and your involvement with the quilt project as well?
Sure. I think it was 1989 when the quilt was first shown on the National Mall, and there were 1,900 and someplace around 90 quilt panels at the time. The history of the quilt is that Cleve Jones lost someone that he loved to AIDS, and in thinking about how to remember that person, he took a piece of cloth the size of a grave, 3 by 6 feet, and started adding to that piece of cloth this person's name and individual things that he loved about this person and that this person loved about their own life. And the idea caught on. More and more people started doing it. And when you went down to the mall to see the quilt on display, it was everything and everybody, from newborns to babies to children to parents and grandparents to gay, straight, you name it. Everybody was represented on the quilt in a passionate and beautiful remembrance. And it just kept on growing. There became quilt organizations all over the country and eventually in other countries. Marcy and I went back and volunteered the 2 years later or a year later when there were 40,000 quilt panels. We did a lot of concerts in the Washington area around that event. And we also toured Japan with the Japanese AIDS Memorial Project, and Japanese quilt panel makers toured with us, holding up their panels and talking about the people they had lost as we sang the song. And it was really amazing. At that time in Japan, just knowing somebody who had AIDS, you could lose your job. It wasn't a very open-minded society, and these people were determined not to lose the people that they had loved. And that was an amazing experience for us. And it's been in our repertoire, one of the songs of ours that is the most recorded, the most sung by various different choruses and choirs, arranged for choruses and choirs. And then and today is World AIDS Day. We usually post a video or something related to this song. There's 4 or 5 other songs that I wrote in honor of the quilt. There's one called Sewing a Name that Sally Rogers and Claudia Schmidt recorded, and a few other people recorded. And today we'll be singing at somebody's private, memorial event to someone that they lost to AIDS. And adding the verse around COVID time seemed to make a lot of sense, because suddenly we were thrust into another pandemic that was equally as arbitrary. Although we had lessons to learn, just like there were lessons to learn 30 years ago, that there were ways of preventing people from becoming so ill and a consciousness that we had to create. But it doesn't change the fact that we lost so many people that we loved. And so music is just one of our ways of getting through that and also passionately remembering those people.
Mhm. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, it's so important to remember and hold space for grieving and like as the song says, not as not as numbers but as names. And I think it's really easy, like when we hear statistics, to just kind of think of like death as this abstract thing, but like it's every one of those numbers is a life that has been lost. And I'm remembering also that recently we recognized the Trans Day of Remembrance, and there's still so much work to be done. So, yeah.
Thank you for
Um,
doing that work.
what was that? Sorry.
Thank you for doing your work. That's wonderful.
Yeah, thank you both for being here and sharing with us. Sort of switching gears a bit, is there anything that you'd like to mention about your work that you have coming up, or things that you've been working on, and or I know you have some performances coming up.
We do. We just finished a wonderful batch of performances, a six-piece all-female swing band, the Swing Sisters at Dumbarton Concerts, and then last Friday we were on the Kennedy Center's Millennium stage doing a kids and family show that was really super fun. And at the end of the year, we're heading into our 25th annual tribute to Hank Williams at the Birchmere in Alexandria, Virginia, and the Creative Alliance in Baltimore. It's a big country music thing, and 25 years is a nice long tradition. Our guests this year are Daryl Davis and Robin and Linda Williams, with Alex Lackamont on bass and Patrick McAvenue on fiddle. Always a good time. Somehow we've managed to have a good time crying about lost love songs and, painful relationships. We just turn it into its party. But, Hank Williams was the consummate songwriter. We have coming up a couple of different things, a show with Tom Paxton in Baltimore in January. We've also got another Swing Sisters show coming up in Virginia, and we're looking forward to Baritone Uke Day, February 11th. That's on our website, cathymarcy.com. It's Marcy, Ginger Johnson, and Aaron Kime teaching baritone ukulele for a whole day and having a concert. And then we'll be at the Folk Alliance showcasing with our friend Chow Tien with our brand new show called From China to Appalachia, which is really a super fun show. And so the best thing to do is check our website, get on our email list at cathymarcy.com, and you'll get the monthly e-news and find out what we're up to, what we're doing. We've got 3 or 4 new albums in the mix of our own music and things we're producing for other people. And there are no dull moments here in Cathy Marcy land.
It definitely sounds like it. That's wonderful. So lots of opportunities to see you both performing. Could you say a little bit more about Baritone Uke Day? Because I think there's a lot of uke players in the DAS.
Great. That's great. I do a lot of ukulele teaching and have played and taught. Actually, I've taught since the 1970s. It's crazy. But the baritone uke, for anyone who hasn't tried it, is really the high 4 strings of a guitar. They're nylon, so they're soft feeling, and I just love playing it. In a sense, it's like a little guitar I can take anywhere. But the workshops are going to be there. Aaron Kime is going to do 2 traditional tunes, finger picking. I'm going to do some melody playing with chord accompaniment, so it'll be written out simply and we'll be able to play it. And Ginger Johnson is from Maui. She's going to do Hawaiian jazzy, swingy stuff. And we also have one at 10 a.m. Eastern time. We have Grace Vanthoff, who is going to teach beginners an introduction to baritone workshop.
Yeah, so in the grand ukulele craze, you usually see people playing concert or tenor ukuleles, the occasional soprano, but baritone is another whole voice. And when you put baritone together with tenor and soprano, it's really
Nice.
awesome sounding.
Yeah.
And as some of you probably know, we are also the artistic directors of the Uke Fest at Strathmore. And that's going to be August 12th to 16th, or roughly around there. And you can also go to our website or strathmore.org, get more info on that. We have an incredible staff this year. It's in August, and Brittany Paiva is coming. She's originally from Hawaii, although I think she's moving to Seattle. We're bringing back James Hill and Ann Janelle and Lil Rev from Milwaukee. So that's going to be really an awesome week of ukulele as well.
If you sign up on our mailing list, you'll get information about that, plus new classes that I'm teaching.
Yeah, and I would also highly recommend for Strathmore Uke Fest, sign up early. It makes an awesome Christmas gift. So does Baritone Uke Day.
It's
but
fun.
Sign up early because you save money not getting up to the last minute. And there's limited space. And we're also very generous in that event with scholarships. Same thing with Baritone Uke Day. If you want to attend and you can't quite afford what the cost is, then just contact us, and we're pretty flexible. We want people to participate.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. And I can personally attest to how amazing Uke Fest is. I went for the first time this past summer. It was like really great, especially as a beginner. You're like, just to be surrounded by so many uke players. So definitely recommend. Is there anything else that you'd like to sort of mention to the people before we go into the song one more time?
I don't think so. I think we've kind of covered it. It's a beautiful day outside. We're grateful to be here, but always thinking about people and places where life is much, much harder. And, just want y'all to support Carpe Diem Arts and keep your own music going.
Thanks so much. All right, then we can do the song one more time if you don't mind.
Sure.
Great.
And we're going to do 3 verses of it this time, but everybody sing along, start to finish, or just on the chorus. Play your instruments at home, however you feel like it. Patchwork of thousands of precious names. There must be someone that you know, woven together in a quilted frame. Names the loved ones won't let go. And I know that my name could be there, and I feel the pain and the fear. And as human love and passions do not make us all the same, we are counted not as numbers but as names. We grieve for the lovers and the families, pray they'll meet again someday. But until that time, I will carry the flame. As the numbers grow, we'll not forget their names. And I know that my name could be there, and I feel the pain and the fear. And as human love and passions do not make us all the same, we are counted not as numbers but as names. A lover, a carpenter, a father, a friend, a sister, a minister, a mom. Each quilted piece holds a memory. Each memory helps us to go on. And I know that my name could be there, and I feel the pain and fear. And as human love and passions do not make us all the same, we are counted not as numbers but as names. And as human love and passions do not make us all the same, we are counted not as numbers but as names.
Thank you so much again for sharing your song and your time with us, and giving us some space to remember people we've lost. I invite everybody to maybe take a deep breath with me on that.
Well, speaking of which, this is not an AIDS-related
Thank
thing, but our music community and a friend of Carpe Diem is that we just recently lost yesterday. Pete Sutherland, one of our very favorite songwriters, tune makers, old-time musicians. I just want to take a minute and remember Pete and say his name out loud and send a good vibe out there on his next journey. He was a great musician, but most importantly, a great mentor and human being and music maker who shared his music and brought a lot of people into the music making world. So, you know, a salute to Pete Sutherland.
Thank you. Absolutely. All right, everybody. Thanks to everybody for spending your time with us today. Thank you again to Cathy and Marcy for allowing us to hold this space of remembering today. And yeah, much love and hugs to everybody out there.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Jaden. You did great.
Beautiful job.
Thanks so much. It was lovely speaking with you today.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, everybody. And could you also help me say goodbye to everybody on Facebook Live? Thanks for watching on Facebook. Bye, folks. And thank you and goodbye to everybody in the room. Thanks to Joe Rossi, as always. And thank you to Trish for being here. Good to see you, Kevin in DC. Bye to Shari. Good to see you. Bye, Annette and Jim. In New York, that is. Yeah. Bye, Caroline and Susan G. Good to see you today. Bye, Martha and Sarah in Texas. Bye, Ruth and Sheila. Bye, Gary. Good to see you. Bye, Busy Graham. Thanks for being here. Bye, Deborah and Luda. Much love to you. Bye, Arlene, and good to see you, Deli. Goodbye to Carolyn and Ann in Maryland. Bye, Dorian Ollie. Good to see you. Bye, Storm. Thanks for being here. Goodbye to Kathleen and Cricket. Bye, Dawnless Curly Tops. That's funny. Good to see you all today. Bye, Fred. Bye, Amanda and Miles. Good to see you. Bye, Kate. Good to see you. Bob, Mabel, and the Bears. See ya. And bye, Jamie and Rosalie. Bye, Bob. Good to see you today. And Ralph and Penny. Natalia, glad you joined today. And goodbye to Nancy and Aloysius. Bye, Dan and Amos. Bye, Field, Jenny, Loriana, Kachina, and Courtney. Bye, Lynn. And goodbye to Jane in Maryland and Michelle. And I think that's everybody in the room. Thanks so much, folks.